Hey, Facebook friends, how are you today? Today's Friday, and spent a lot of time with the Lord this morning before I went out and hit it, trying to push for real estate to just explode in my life. I also went to a funeral today for a dear friend of mine. You might have known him. His name was Steve Huska. 63 years old. What an amazing man of God. Really was. In the short time that I've knew him, he loved so well. He really did. He was such a warm, wonderful person, and he just couldn't overcome some things in his life that really were just plaguing him. And he went home to be with the Lord way too early. The devil just stole his life from us. And so just a shout out to him today. Steve Huska, we remember you and we love you, and you'll always be part of my life. You really will be. Right here, for sure, and in here. Well, this morning I spent some time with the Lord in Proverbs, and I was just thinking about planning out, what's my goals and how am I going to get to those goals, Lord, and how are you going to help me to propel myself into that direction? And he led me to three in particular scriptures that I want to talk to you about today. But before I get started with that, let me tell you what's going on this weekend. So my friends Matthew and Heather Lauder are in town. They're going to be selling candles at the Latino Festival. My friend Lucy puts it on every year. Great time. If you haven't ever been there, go to the Latino Festival. It's in Wilmington, North Carolina, at the Ogden Park. Be great Latino food there. The Latino community is there. We are going to set Cardboard Box Church up there, and we're going to be praying for lots of people. We're going to see tons of miracles. I'll post videos on here tomorrow of people getting healed and being set free, and just people receiving the gospel. It will be amazing. Okay, so just a shout out for that. So go check that out, please, if you're around. That's tomorrow and Sunday. Pray for great weather, because it's going to be a great time. All right, so this morning, the first thing the Lord led me to was Proverbs 16:9, and it says, "A man's heart plans his ways, but the Lord directs his steps." So as I'm just sitting there meditating and asking the Lord for direction and what's going on, he was just telling me this, that in my heart, I kind of, like, I see what I want, and I'm going to go after it. But just like Moses at the beginning of the Red Sea, if he didn't step out and make the step to go do it, it wouldn't have got done. Nothing happens. You got to go out and do it, and you got to make a plan to how you're going to achieve it. The best plans come out of good counsel. Surround yourself with people that are successful, that are doing what you're trying to do. If you're trying to heal the sick, you want to go out and see miracles like me and my friends are seeing. Well, how many people are you praying for this week? You have to go out and get started doing it, and you have to be discipled or mentored by someone who is already walking in it. Is the best way to achieve it. Don't misunderstand me. That the Lord can do anything through you. But my dad used to say that whatever you want to do in life, somebody already wrote a book about it. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You want to start a circus? Well, go talk to somebody who has a circus and go start a circus. You want to make $250,000 in the next 15 months? Go talk to people that are making big money and start to model them. And I think it's completely possible to model big business people and model Jesus Christ and be a light in the world of business that is not your typical businessman. That the businessman that I'm talking about is the one that sees with more than his human eyes. He sees with his heart, and he makes decisions that really will change the atmosphere and change the world and bless people. So with that said, let me move on to the next scripture. Proverbs 23:7 was very important too. Like you just led this to me right after Proverbs 16. Is that as I think in my heart, that's what I'll become. Like what do you think you are in your heart? Curry Blake would say that right believing is right acting. And it's true. It's like if you believe in your heart that you are like God, then you act like God. And if you believe in your heart that you're a sinner, well, that's just a lie from the pit of hell, because you're not a sinner. You are You're righteous in His eyes. You are completely righteous and without spot or blemish. And everything you put your mind to will prosper if you just believe it in your heart. It's an awesome thing that we are sons of the living God and He chooses to live inside of us. How great is that? And the last scripture He led me to today was Proverbs 20:18. And this one really just stuck home. It says that plans are established through good counsel. So it's so true. It's like what's happening in my life right now. I'm just, over the last 3 years, 4 years, I've just surrounded myself with amazing men of God. Pete Cabrera Jr., Sean Hurley. I get so encouraged by just being in contact with him and listening to him. Tom Fisher, Tom Loud. These guys, if you don't know who these guys are, go check these guys out. Todd White. These are friends that are just, Emiko Soon. You guys are forerunners in the kingdom, and you are, just like Pete would say, you are truly the best gospel preached is the one lived. That's what Pete would say, and you guys are living it. And it's inspiring to me to just be living that same lifestyle that you guys are. So I hope this video encourages you today. Get in your war room. Remember that cheesy movie that came out a while ago? It had a good nugget in it that if you go to your war room and you plan a strategy, you will see just amazing things happen. God has so much in store for you, and you're just really scratching the surface. So go seek counsel, make a plan, and get in your war room and talk to the Lord about it, because as you believe in your heart, so it'll become. I challenge you today to make what's called a BHAG. That stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goal. Make a goal that is so ridiculous that no one will believe that it's possible. But if you make it and you write it down and you make it tangible, that you can see it, you will see it come to pass. Because when you determine in your heart that you're going to be a certain way and you make the proper counsel for it, and you spend time in your war room seeking God and seeking what you want, God will conspire the whole universe to accomplish what you set out to do. So I just challenge you to do that today. And don't forget about the Latino Festival tomorrow. Come out and see me. Be happy to talk to you and pray with you, and maybe even buy you an ice cream cone. Talk to you then. Bye.